Hello, I am back in the hotel and I just wanted to tell you guys about this experience that I had, a very local experience. Today we transferred from Tokyo to Osaka on the Japanese bullet train, which I'll talk about later, but I wanted to tell you about this restaurant that I went to, extremely local. I was the only tourist in that restaurant, and of course, the only American. The chef barely spoke English. He knew a few words like hi and good and thanks. I mean, he knew a few words like that, but could not have a conversation. So I walked in, and nobody else was in there. They were setting up. But he said hello and he welcomed me in and sat me down at the counter. So I'm literally right there at the counter while he's cooking these meals. And by the time I left, the restaurant was full. People were getting off work. They're coming in their suits. It's like a large, looking like an office party was there. I mean, it was so quaint, so cozy, so local. It felt like family. I mean, they were so welcoming, so kind, and I didn't know what I was looking at on the menu. Then they had a QR code you could use to get the English translate, and I had looked up the restaurant and saw that they had this almost like a pancake looking thing, but it wasn't. It was fried noodles on top and underneath. And I said, "What's inside?" So I typed it, "What's inside?" And he said squid. And I was like, ugh, I don't think I could do it. And then something inside said, "Mary, just do it." And he said, "It's good." He knew how to say it's good. And I had saw reviews that it was delicious. And I said, you know what? I'm here in Japan. So I was like, and it's their signature dish there. And so I'm looking through the menu and I found some dumplings. And I said, dim sum. And he said, dumplings. I said, yes, dumplings. And so I got some shrimp dumplings, 3 of those. And then he started off with like this. He said, taste. And he put like a plate of, it was not seaweed, but it was like a green leafy thing, but like in a soy sauce thing. I have photos of it. I'll get the proper name for it, but it was melt in your mouth delicious. That was me starting off. So I was like, wow, if this is like an indication of the rest of my meal, then I'm going to be very satisfied. So I'm going to show you pictures of this cozy restaurant, me sitting right there, like at the chef's table, watching him put things together. And he had like this big steamer that he was using. They steam a lot of stuff in there. And the flavors, matter of fact, that little simple meal, and it cost me what, $24.80. So how much was that? Okay, so that meal came to 24.80 yen. Let's see, 24.80. So it's $15.56. I had an entree, and then I had an appetizer, 3 dumplings, shrimp dumplings. I ordered shrimp dumplings, and ginger ale. So it's $15. And I must say that it was so far since I've been here, that was the most delicious meal so far. In that little simple restaurant that might have sat maybe 30, maybe 40 people at one time. But that little place with the little chef in the corner who was like, doing all of one guy's shop. Then he had a girl in the back that was on like a big like wok. She was cooking stuff. So, and you can tell it's a favorite of locals. And when you go into a restaurant, it's a favorite of locals, and you found a good spot. So it was that noodle thing. And she cut it first, so to show me how to eat it. And I got that on film, so I'll show that to you. But Delish. The sauce, the flavors of the vegetables was in there. Some carrots, it had some cabbage, and some onions, had some mushrooms, like a different type of mushroom, like a Japanese mushroom. And I think those little things was squid, but the way it was cooked, nothing was rubbery, everything was tender and melt in your mouth. So I just decided to not even think about that I was eating squid. And I was like, because when she said, "Oh, this is squid," when she cut it for me, she's like, "Squid," and she showed it to me, and I was like, "You didn't even have to show me that that was squid." So I was like, "Okay, Mary," because I was starting to like freak out a little, and I was like, "No, you're gonna do this." So I ate the whole meal with my chopsticks. I was so proud. So I just got my little chopstick and I cut it and I put it in my mouth and just started chewing and never stopped chewing until it was done. Delish. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all be out here saying, "Oh, Mary, you're so brave," and "Oh, I'm going to do this when I get, blah, blah, blah." Listen, I am not brave. I love to explore, but it was very intimidating going into a restaurant that you don't speak the language and they don't speak English. But you pull out Google Translate, you smile, you look at photos, and you get through it. And when you don't try new things, when you don't get outside of your comfort zone, you just miss out on so much. So I am telling you to do something, get out of your comfort zone. I went by myself. It was a free evening, so I went by myself and I had the most enjoyable time. And I was sitting near a younger couple that came in, and I asked him if he spoke English, and he said no. And so then he typed in his little phone, "Can I help you with something?" And so I was trying to decide on the signature meal. I wanted to know what was inside. And so I typed back. He changed the phone so I could type it back in his phone. And I said, "What's inside?" He said, "Oh." And then, he's looking through the menu trying to figure it out. So just the nicest experience. Once I was in there, just in the way, and when the chef, it got really busy, and he saw that I was like halfway through my meal, and he looked at me, and I gave him a thumbs up. He said, "Good." I said, "Yes, good." And he smiled as if like, so it was just good. It was a simple, feel-good moment in a foreign country with just good people that want the customer service, want you to be pleased, want you to be happy. And he recommended that dish to me, and I looked in the menu, it was their signature dish, and I'm so glad he recommended it, and so glad that I was brave enough to try it. So yeah. So today was a good day. Tomorrow's another full tour day. Today was our transfer day on a bullet train. So first day in Osaka. And supposedly Osaka is like the place in Japan that has like all kinds of good food. So that was a good start. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm on the road for about a month, and I am taking you along with me. Ciao, ciao.